Has your adult child walked away from you, the family, or maybe just asked for some space? This is a tough time and it's no joke, but you are not powerless. I want to share with you some steps to navigate this with some grace and some inner strength, because I know you are feeling right now that you have none of that, but I want to share how you can respect their wishes while also caring for your own heart during this time. So this is for those of you that are just approaching this. Like, what do I do? What's step one? How do I handle this situation? But first off, I want you to know that you are trying to understand the situation. You are asking yourself all the questions: who, what, where, when, why, and how, right? How in the world did all this happen? What happened? And when is this nightmare going to be over? Those are the same questions I asked myself. So let's dive in to these points, because I think these are very, very important and in order. Number one is acceptance of reality. Don't live in a fairy tale. Don't act like this isn't happening. We have to accept the current reality. If you're anything like me, I didn't want to believe any of this was happening when I was going through this with my daughter. And I can promise you that it wasn't until I accepted that this was the current status of what my family looked like. I didn't have to accept it for the future. I have to accept it for today. But having said all of that, I want you to remember that it doesn't mean it's going to be that way forever. And that's what so many of you are doing wrong, which is exactly what I did. I put such a finality around it. No wonder that hope is the number one thing you feel that you're lacking. This could very well just be a season. In most cases, it is. And one of the easiest ways to sneak in some self-care during this particular step in the very beginning is to start journaling. And you're like, I don't want to journal. I don't want to write this down. You need to write it down. You need to do a brain dump. You need to set the timer for 10 minutes, 15 minutes, and just write. Not on your computer, but get the pen out, get the pen and the paper out. Literally, just write. Get to the point where you can't even read your writing, and that's okay. You don't have to share this with anyone. You have to get those feelings of grief, confusion, anger, sadness, all of those emotions. There's no wrong feelings and there's no wrong emotion. You also could write a letter to your child at that moment, expressing your feelings. I would not recommend sending it at this time, but just as a way to get it out of you. Because when we don't deal with these internal emotions, they affect us outwardly and everyone around us. So we have to get these things out of our head. So hopefully they affect you and your other relationships less. I've seen it too many times and I've done it. Family members and even friends. I don't want that for you. But again, you get to choose. Number two is seek support. So in the beginning, you may have that trusted friend, you have your husband, but I can tell you that you need to seek solid support from an actual support system of other moms that are going through similar situations. That's going to be the key to your success. And I see it time and time again. And I see the people who I have talked to who choose to not invest in themselves and they don't want to join a group and they don't want help. And they're still in the same situation they were 2 years ago, 3 years ago, 4 years ago when I talked to them. Because I can promise you that that is the number one thing that I did not have that I needed. I would have given anything to have a support system. I just want to strongly encourage you to not try to do this by yourself. So for those of you that I have not talked to before and you're interested in a discovery call, this call is not a coaching call. Let me preface that. It is a consultation where I get to learn more about you, you get to learn more about me, we get to engage for 30 minutes, and I get to decide if I think that you would be a good fit for what I offer. And if so, then I can share all of that with you, okay? But it's when you are reached that point, you're like, yes, please, I need some help. So that is in the pinned comment and also in the description. The third thing you need to focus on, number 3, in this beginning of the journey is to manage those ruminating thoughts. Those thoughts are only going to amplify if you don't manage them. They're going to amplify feelings of hopelessness. So you need to develop these strategies that are going to manage those thoughts because they're invasive. You need to look at them like an invasive species, literally. You need to maintain your own mental health right now more than ever. And some quick examples could be, first and foremost, prayer for me. That's my go-to because your creator loves your child even more than you. And that may sound crazy to you, but it's true. And I think you need to allow yourself some specific time each day to reflect on your feelings. So whether it's that journaling, it's prayer, whatever it is for you, I want you to devote to that time. But the rest of the day, you need to focus on your life, your activities, the other people in your world that keep you grounded and looking forward, not behind, but looking forward in life. And this is another reason why surrounding yourself with positive influences is going to be exactly what you need. So I hope that helps you. God bless you, and I'll see you in the next video.